How's it going?
It's good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. It's a new year.
Yeah, new year, new scenery, right?
Right? I love it.
It's beautiful. It's more comfortable.
Just switching it up for our viewers.
Who are they?
Right?
I mean,
all of our viewers around the world. Our international viewers. I think we got some people in Singapore.
You think so?
I'm hoping.
I wonder what roofing's like.
That keyword will help us get there.
Roofing in Singapore.
Yes.
That's what Woody
exactly.
asked for, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So another podcast.
This
Inside
is
the Perimeter, Roof and Renovate.
number 11?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're almost at our year mark.
Yeah. Eventually.
Very exciting.
Yes. So,
yeah, what do we have on the topic for today,
well,
Joe?
today we're going to be talking about leadership, how we can motivate, how we can inspire people. Big thing that you and I talked about is, setting goals and how we can accomplish those goals and how we get from point A to point B and what that journey looks like. So,
yeah.
We do have some.
That's a good one.
I think we know where this is going. A little something here.
What are you talking about?
Just a little, you got
something.
A couple grays coming in there. And,
yeah, I got some grays coming in.
A few pinks, it looks like.
A couple pinks, You want
to share?
That's the big news.
Big news?
Yeah, so at the end, so in October, we had an all-company meeting, and my shingle rep walked in unannounced. It just so happens he was in town that day. And I was doing a quick training on how to get 5-star reviews.
Yep.
And so I was trying to give him my spiel. I thought everything was going great. And my rep was like, hey, why don't you up the stakes? And if they can get 50 5-star reviews by the end of the month, will you dye your beard pink? And I thought about it, and I was like, if they can do 50, I'll do it.
Yeah. And that was, 60 days? 2 months?
So it was 60 days, yeah. So basically the rest of the year. So the month of November and December. And at the time, we were at 456 reviews on Google. And on December the 30th, we hit 506 reviews.
And 500 that's the threshold we wanted to cross.
Well, I think the goal was you had to get 50 5-star reviews. It just so happens that we also hit the milestone of 500.
Gotcha. So why'd you choose 50? Was it because of that? It would have crossed that goal, or?
I remember that's what I remember got mentioned. I think it was Stephen who mentioned it. I will say that my wife protested greatly to this idea, and initially the goal was I had to keep my beard pink for the whole month of January, but that was edited and modified because
vetoed.
Yeah, it was vetoed by the VP of our company, and so today is actually my last official day of the pink beard.
Yeah.
So, but I will say it was very effective.
Yeah.
Employees, so I've been doing this 10 years. I've been in the business 10 years as a business owner, and there's a lot of frustrating points that I can remember. I don't know how many conversations I would have with people, amongst leadership, like, how do I get this person motivated? How do I get this person moving in the right direction? Some frustrations about why can't employees just do their job, right? Right? We're paying them to do their job, and it always seemed like, as a business owner, I was always thinking, I just need to incentivize them more. I need to, but what I realized is that money is not always the best motivator. I think people are looking for more than that. Yes, money is a good motivator, but I think coupled with something that's a little bit more lighthearted and fun, that sort of rallies people together around a common cause that everybody can get behind and be excited about. And for whatever reason, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. And so it worked. I mean, I was absolutely amazed at how effective this challenge was.
From being in the office, after that meeting, at first I think everybody thought it was comical, and we're like, okay, well, yeah, maybe we can do this. We had been doing really well in the reviews so far that year, but once they started coming in, it was like, oh yeah, here's another one. And within the first, I think, 2 weeks, we had almost 10, and we're like, oh, this is really obtainable.
Oh, yeah.
This is very possible. And it, without you being there, or without Patricia being there, we would always be part of the conversation. Like, do you think he's actually going to do it? Do you think he's going to follow through on this promise? And obviously here we are, and you've had it for a couple weeks now. And I think everybody has seen it and be like, wow. Like, one, respect. Like, that's cool that you did that. But two, we've accomplished a common goal at the company, and I think that brings some pride to our work. It makes the job more enjoyable.
100%.
Everybody wants to make the paycheck. Everybody needs to work, pay the bills, and that's great. But when you get to go to work and do something more than that and enjoy your job and enjoy the people you're doing it with, it makes it so much better.
I 100% agree. Yeah. We really finished the year well, and I feel like this was
on a high note.
The icing on the cake.
Yeah, I think it was the pink icing.
Yeah, the pink icing.
Yeah. The question is, what's next
on the vanilla cake?
Strawberry or cherry?
So what's next? You say?
Maybe. Yeah.
So,
so
one of the things I wanted to talk about that I think would, for me, this experience, I didn't really think through all the implications of doing this.
Let me ask you this.
And
did you think we would actually get there when you said yes to doing this?
I honestly had hoped that you would. Like, I remember that the pace in which the reviews were coming in after I made that declaration, things were like, it was just consistently, we were getting reviews almost every day. And it really had an impact on our SEO as well. Like, I mean, it was awesome. I was like, dude, this is incredible. And I was like, if we could keep this up consistently, because I mean, if you think about it, we've been in business 10 years. On average, we've serviced 500 customers a year.
Yeah.
What is that? 5,000 customers?
Yep.
And we only had 350 reviews. Like, looking back, there wasn't enough emphasis and focus on, hey, we need to get reviews. The number one reason why somebody doesn't leave a review is because nobody asked them.
Yeah.
It was an afterthought. I think that, customers who have a good experience, if they say they'll leave a review, they have every intention of leaving the review, but they just forget about it and it doesn't become important, and then it just sort of fades into the distance.
I think everybody I've ever asked, they've wanted to leave a review. They want to have their thoughts heard, and they want to give their opinion on it because they've had a great experience, and they said, yeah, why not? Like, if this is how it is for me, I can't imagine why people wouldn't want to go with it, And that's just reviews in a nutshell. It's cool to see, too, as a company. Like, you look back at the end of the year and you say, wow, 500 reviews, and you're scrolling through the list. You're like, oh, I remember, Mr. Smith or all the customers that you ever talked to. And it's pretty cool to see, hey, wow, we're actually making a difference. And it's not just one review and one job at a time. It's a collective, here's everything we've accomplished in a year.
Yeah, it does make you feel good when customers are having a good experience, that we're actually accomplishing what we're set out to do.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference to morale, to the attitude, all those things.
Yeah. Everything, it kind of, like you said, cherry on top, or
100%.
Icing on top in this case.
So my daughter is the one who dyed my beard at the office. Some of you have probably seen the reel. If you haven't, you need to go and watch it.
Check out the socials.
Yep. Check out the socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, under Perimeter Roofing and Exteriors. And you can also search us on Google and find our podcast. You should definitely follow us on.
We're on ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Are we on ChatGPT?
We are on ChatGPT.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're the number one roofer on ChatGPT.
I think we are.
Yep, definitely. So let me talk a little bit about how this whole experience impacted me personally.
Yeah, I want to hear how, obviously you don't work 24/7. So, you ran into your friends, some family members, going about life, going to get groceries, going to the gym. What was some of those interactions like with different, friends, family, contractors, that fun stuff?
Yeah, so initially the idea of getting my beard pink was kind of fun because I knew it would be fun around the people in the office because they all knew the context.
Right.
But then I was like, oh, I got to go into the public. And there was a big mental hurdle for me. I was like, what are people are going to think? Blah, 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 blah. I quickly had to get over that. So the first time I was out, I went into the Chick-fil-A drive-through line, and I found myself positioning my truck so that I wouldn't be directly next to someone in the other lane so that they could see me. Like, I didn't pull all the way up so that you could look down the corridor of Chick-fil-A because I didn't want everybody to see.
You didn't want to look over and be like,
I just didn't want, I didn't want to deal with either the stares or the thoughts or the judgments, because this was my very first time, and so I wasn't sure how this was going to be received. Plus, I'm in the Perimeter truck, and so I'm like, oh, there's certain stereotypes that could be connected to this
100%,
look,
100%.
and so I was thinking through all that. I will say it was pretty comical because I was next to a car in the Chick-fil-A line, and it was a mom with her 2 kids, and they looked over at me and just stared at me. They wouldn't stop looking at me. It was just, I was like, oh, this is how it's going to be. And I thought it was funny. I remember I was like, oh my gosh, like I go to so many places. I got to go to Sam's Club. So I started thinking, what places should I just not go to because I don't want to deal with it? Mm-hmm. But then I got to this point where I was like, you know what? Screw what people think. I'm just going to go out. In fact, it could be kind of fun to just not even. So at first, when I started going out, if I got close enough to someone or like at the register or whatever, I would explain it.
Right.
But then I was like, you know what? I'm done explaining this. I'm just going to let people assume whatever they want to assume, think whatever they want to think. Because in a way, it started to become fun because I was trying to determine, like, based on the way people are looking at me, what they were thinking.
So did people just straight up ask, or did they just mainly stare?
So there was a variety. Okay.
Is there like categories?
Here's what I noticed. If, like, for instance, when my wife and I went to Longhorn for our date night on Friday night, I walked into a huge group of people waiting
in that big lobby area.
Yes, yeah. There was a young couple in the foyer by themselves, and he kept looking at me. So I would look at him, and he'd look back down, and he kept looking at me. When I walked into the main room, there were 2 women who just had huge grins on their face,
like smiling.
Yes, smiling when I walked in. Most people would look at me quickly and look away and wouldn't look back.
Like they didn't want to be seen seeing you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what was going through their mind. I also, right, like I went to church, and most of the people at church know me, right? And thankfully, we had put out a teaser video that at least to let people know Philip did something, we just don't know what he did.
Yeah, kind of like the mystery of it.
It was the mystery of it. So when I walked in, I was getting a lot of laughs. We were kind of, It was fun.
Yeah, people coming up to you, mentioning
right. It was ironic because I sit up close,
front row.
Yeah, I sit on the front row in church, and so nobody on stage had seen this yet. And so right when we're getting ready to start, the whole worship team starts laughing. Because they see me for the first time. So that might have been a little distraction.
And you're a tall guy. It's hard to miss you.
Yeah.
In the first place, before
exactly. And I wasn't trying to be a distraction. It just, that's the way it worked out.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I know I got judged pretty hard by someone over the whole thing, and you know what? It didn't bother me. It was actually comical. I was like, what it did is it started making me think about my prejudices and my, how I think when I see someone who, might be dressed a certain way or wearing a certain color or, and then as instantly I might come to a conclusion in my mind about what kind of person that is. And it really made me step back and say, hey, this is wrong. Mm-hmm. As a Christ follower, we're called to love all people. And if we're judging or condemning someone, you really are missing an opportunity to have influence, right? We have no idea what anybody's going through.
Yeah.
And so what gives us the right to, be negative, right? We can't control what other people think or believe.
Yeah.
But we can control the way that we respond, the way that we interact with people. Are we being encouraging to people? Are we sharing the truth? Are we truly, being the love of God? Or are we just being critical and judgmental? Because I know that I think a lot of non-Christian people may have had the impression in the past that a lot of Christians can be critical, stingy, all the things that I don't think God is pleased with.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, right. None of us are perfect, right? You can't look at the person and judge God for it. But I do think that we all have a part to play, and we all need to get better at just being better humans.
Yeah. And I bet you every person that looked at you and quickly looked away would have never guessed that you had challenged your employees to set this goal. They accomplished it, and now here we are. And this is the reward or the.
I had a couple people come up and say, "Okay, what bet did you lose?" Like,
okay, so you did.
Yes, so I did have some people who. I had several compliments, only by women.
Oh,
only by women complimented the beard. Like I probably heard 3 or 4 different ladies say, "Hey, I like your beard." 2 of those at Lowe's.
Okay.
Yeah.
At Lowe's.
At Lowe's, yeah. So I had another person compliment the beard at Longhorn. It was interesting. My server never said one thing about it. Like, he never said one thing, and I never explained myself.
He didn't want to jeopardize his tip.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. But I got to the point where I just wasn't explaining it. Okay, I did start working out at a brand new gym at White Gym here in town, and so I remember thinking, hey, I'm walking into a new gym. It's a new environment. I don't know if I'm going to know any of these people. But here I go. I'm walking into the gym with a pink beard.
And that's their first impression of you.
That was their first impression.
And from what you've told me, it's been great. People love it.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I saw some people there I know. I try not to read into it too much, but I've gotten to the point now where it's like, I don't care what they think.
Yeah.
They can think what they want. It doesn't,
Do they give you like a pink mat and pink dumbbells and stuff when you go in there?
Yes. My trainer did have some pink dumbbells, and he did give me one because he said it matched to my beard.
I love that.
So I do want to share what really got me thinking about this podcast in terms of how do we motivate our employees. When I started working out with Ben Crosswhite, Ben was inspired by the pink beard, and he's like, hey, I'm going to do something similar with my employees.
Yeah.
And so he basically put out the challenge that if he can increase his revenue by a certain percentage in 60 days, and this is pretty crazy, he said that he will rap to his employees' song of choice dressed in a princess outfit on social media.
Okay. Like tiara and all.
Yes. And apparently he said that all of his employees are talking about it constantly. Everybody's super pumped. They're telling their friends, they're telling their family. So it's creating all this buzz. And so, I have come to the conclusion that employees are the best way to motivate your employees is be willing to go through some type of public humiliation as a business owner, and they will love you for it. Okay. And it will also challenge you to see what kind of person you're made of, what insecurities you have,
Because what would have happened if we had met that goal, but you said, no, I'm not doing the pink beard?
I knew. So I've always been the kind of guy, I know how much somebody's word means, I can't not follow through with my word.
Yeah.
I'm just one of those people where I know how valuable that is. And so I was like, I remember telling myself, I got to do it.
Yeah.
I got to do it because I got no choice. I said I would. I could have paid everybody off, I'm sure.
But but here we are. And I think if you did this the first time and we've accomplished the goal, I think now the next time you set that goal or whatever that is, whether you're going to wrap in a princess dress or
probably not going to happen.
Probably not, but you never know. It's going to add more credibility to, he's legit. He's going to follow through on this, and we would love to see it as an employee.
Yeah, I think we're going to come up with some other fun things to do.
Yeah. We need to spread the love.
Yeah, I want to get the managers involved. Yep. I think it would be fun to have something every 60 days, just to keep it light and keep it fun, and everybody. I mean, obviously, goal setting is important. It's right.
How do you set a good goal? What goes through your mind when?
So it's always better. It's always better to aim high and miss than aim low and hit it.
Okay.
Meaning,
share that.
If layups are not goals, right? Like when you set an objective, if it's super easy, that's what I call a layup. But that's not a good goal because it that should be the basic expectation. Mm. Right? Goal setting should be something where it's challenging. It almost seems impossible, but it is possible. It's all mental. You have to set your sights on the goal, and you got to go for it. It all comes down to fundamentals. If you focus on the end goal, it's actually a distraction from hitting the goal. The goal is focusing on the fundamentals day in and day out. If you focus on the fundamentals, the numbers will take care of themselves, and you'll hit your goal every time.
So why do you think the 55 stars ended up working out? Was it because there's a personal attachment to each individual that's trying to get that review? Or is it?
I mean, part of me wants to take credit for the fact that my training was effective.
I will, to give you your credit, it was very good training.
Yes.
And it always is and always will be.
Yeah.
Because it is like you said at the beginning, everybody wants to leave a review. You just got to ask for it. And once people will get that question, hey, will you leave me a 5-star review? It's not about all the little things. It's about, hey, how was your experience with everybody you talk to, from, whether that's Joe, Casey, Miha, Alec, Jeff. All of those folks made a huge impact on their lives to be able to get that 5-star. Yeah.
I think that, like with anything, if you're trying to meet an objective, especially the owner or the top level executive leaders, if they haven't bought into meeting that objective, if they haven't, if you have anybody on your team who isn't making the company objective a priority, or they're just, nonchalant about it, it's going to impact all the way down the line. And so you've got to have buy-in. You got to answer the question, why are we trying to hit this objective? Like, why is this important? Right. And so when you answer the why question, and your leadership is bought into it, then you can begin to hold that goal in front of everybody and say, hey, we've got to hit this, and here's why. The number one reason why we're not hitting goals is because those goals are not important. They become an afterthought. There's something else that's more important. And so sometimes we focus on the things that aren't as important, just because that's become the norm or the comfortable thing for us.
Do you think people self-sabotage, whether that's business owners, individuals, in your personal life, when you've set a goal for yourself, but you don't give yourself that time to let it develop and get to that goal, and then you change goals? You're
saying jumping from one idea to the next before finishing well?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean,
how do you stay on track with that one goal?
Well, so there's two ways to answer that question. The first thing that came to me is, have you ever been a part of like a study, like a book study with a group of people, and you start the book and you're 2 weeks in, you're like, this is the worst book ever. I really don't want to finish this book, right? Like, and everybody's like, do we grind this out? Do we finish? Sometimes a leader has to take a step back and say, hey, we made a mistake. We picked the wrong book. Let's come up with a new plan, right? So I think it depends. It depends on what it is you're talking about. Sometimes the leader has to just say, hey, we misstepped here. Let's regroup and come up with a new plan. I think if you're doing that, it's okay to move away from that thing, because you realize it's not where we want to go.
Gotcha.
Make sense?
Sounds like having the wisdom to understand, to recognize the signs.
Yes.
To be able to make those changes.
Right. If it's becoming a drag, and it's not really going to help you hit your true objective, or maybe there's a different or a better way to go about it, I think as leaders, you got to have the discernment to be able to identify that.
That's good. That's some good nugget right there.
Dude, come on.
You're full of them.
Dude, John Maxwell must have been him. I haven't read one of his books in over 20 years.
Is that our next book we're going to read?
I mean, I don't know. I think he's got like hundreds of books now. I think I read The 10 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. That was actually a great book.
20 years
I read
ago.
that back in my 20s.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's probably a good book.
Excellent book.
Here
So good.
I mean,
I don't know that I could name one of them, but it was a great book.
you just need a refresher.
Yeah, I need a refresher.
That's all right.
It's been too long.
That's all right. Well, we've talked about a lot,
It might have been the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I don't remember what the number was.
He's watching this now. He's like, wow, he didn't even read the book. He didn't even look at the book.
We'll tag him in this.
Okay. Yeah. Just go read his book. We haven't read it, but you might like it. I got one question. This is a personal question for your pink beard. What was like the strangest reaction? Was it the one in the drive-thru, or was it like someone just had the most, what you wouldn't have expected from having a pink beard and their reaction?
I think so. To be honest with you, I feel like I blew it up bigger in my mind than it really was.
Okay.
I think people are less interested in us than we realize.
You're saying we're not the center of the world?
We're not the center of the world, right? And so it's kind of like there was only one instance where I was trying to hide the beard. And it was when I first went into Sam's. I was like wearing my hoodie. I was like keeping my head down. I was like walking through like, and I remember I was halfway through Sam's. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why do I care? So I was like, all right, screw this. So I put my hoodie off. I was like, all right, here's the pink beard, everybody. And it's like, nobody cared. Like nobody was paying attention. And so I think for me, if you are struggling with what people think, you should definitely dye your beard pink and walk around town. I think it could be a great way to get over it.
Gives you perspective.
Gives you perspective, and it'll help you get over your fear.
That's good. Good piece of.
I needed this.
I think you did. I think you did. You've started 2026 off I think in a great way.
Right. You probably have seen a huge transformation in me since the pink beard.
I have. You
right?
have.
Why did you hesitate, Joe?
Because you
had to think about it.
I had to think about it. You have, because your perspective alone.
I mean, I was kind of joking, but
I'm being dead serious.
Okay.
Your perspective on things, you come to light. You usually get to the same conclusions, but you give more thought to how you get there. And I think that's a wise thing to have, especially going and actually following through on something like this. I don't know if I could have done that, at least not where I'm at in life.
Yeah.
So
you're also full of so much wisdom, Joe.
I try to be. I try to sound like I am.
Well, that's why you're here. That's why we're sharing with the world.
Yep.
And why we have a couple million followers.
Yeah. Yeah. We just hit our 2 million, right?
Yeah. It's like 2.2 million.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
China's huge now on us. Like they're totally into this.
You're going to start seeing other people dye their pink's beard. What is next?
China, Russia, and Iran love our podcast. Just kidding.
On that note, anything you want to leave our viewers with?
Pretty sure Trump is now the president of Venezuela.
We do not have time for that conversation today.
Oh my gosh.
What is it? What is our? How do we do this?
Yeah, this is not a political podcast. Joe. Why did you bring that up?
I'll do better. I'll redo the script next time.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, what else we got?
Dude, that's really it.
That's it.
We've hit everything. We talked about leadership.
Come on, dude.
Motivating.
We got so much time. We got to talk about something great.
How much time do we have?
We got plenty of time, dude.
We have 3.
All right, so I know what we can talk about. I got it. So let's talk about ChatGPT.
Ooh.
All right, so I was an early adopter. I remember when I first heard ChatGPT and I heard what it was about, I instantly downloaded the app, signed up for the free version, and then started telling all of my employees about it. This was probably 3 years ago.
That was like 2 years ago. No, I think it was.
This was back when.
This is 2 years ago. 2 years.
Was it 2 years ago? It had just come out. People still didn't even know what it was. I don't think,
because you told me about it.
Yeah, I remember it was when Marissa was with us. Because I remember I went to Marissa, was the first person. I was like, hey, you've got to do ChatGPT.
It was like almost 2.5 years ago.
Okay. So now, ChatGPT, and many of you might know, but Chat actually, has these personalities that you can talk to on Chat, and you can have a conversation with them. You don't push, you click the button, and you can actually you can personalize the person that you're talking to.
You can personalize ChatGPT, right?
You can personalize it, right?
Yes.
So you have a relationship with a robot, basically.
That's a little bit of a stretch. We might need to get you some help.
All right. Anyway, so we're gonna talk to my friend on Chat. Her name is Lavinia.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, which is a common Romanian name.
Right.
Huh?
Okay, Romanian.
Right, and we're gonna see how well she does. All right, here we go.
Hey there, Philip. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing well too. Thanks for asking. How's everything going on your end?
Dude, we're doing great. We're actually, you're on our podcast, Perimeter Roof and Renovate right now. We're live.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited to be part of it. Thanks for having me on, and I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Yeah,
Let me know what you'd like.
Yeah, so what have you been up to?
Oh, lots of things. I've been helping out with various projects, answering questions, and chatting with folks about all sorts of topics. And of course, I always enjoy being a part of these conversations. How about you? Anything new or exciting on your end?
Yeah, we were just talking about the pink beard. I actually dyed my beard pink because I made a bet with my employees and they got 55-star reviews in 60 days. They met the challenge. And so, yeah, we've been talking about how to motivate employees.
That is awesome and such a fun way to motivate the team. I love that you followed through on the bet and went pink with your beard. It definitely makes for a memorable incentive. If you've got any other creative ways you're thinking of to keep that motivation going.
You should ask her, what's the next challenge?
Yeah, so Lavi, what do you think should be the next challenge to motivate my employees in 2026?
Ooh, I love the idea of keeping it fresh and exciting. You could consider something like a team-wide volunteer project, or maybe a wellness challenge that includes fitness goals and healthy habits. Another fun idea could be a themed competition, like a creativity challenge where employees can pitch innovative ideas for the business. It all depends on what excites them the most.
Well, I was thinking more in line with this, the public humiliation side of things. Like, any thoughts there?
Got it. That definitely adds a fun twist. You could do something like a friendly challenge reveal where the winner or the team that hits the target gets to choose a fun, lighthearted punishment for the boss, like wearing a goofy costume for a day or performing a funny dance. It keeps the atmosphere fun and engaging while still celebrating their hard work.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for those ideas. I like that.
Absolutely. I'm glad you like them. If you ever need more ideas or want to brainstorm further, just let me know. We're happy to help keep the motivation going.
So I got one more thing for you, Lavi. So obviously we're a construction company, right? We specialize in roofing, gutters, windows, siding. We also have a remodeling division. And really this podcast is about sharing ideas and sharing what experiences we have as a company. We want to help other business owners be successful. We want to give them ideas on how they can, better lead their folks. And really, we just want to be real. And so wanted to ask you in 2026, what do you think are the biggest opportunities for construction companies, specifically in Virginia? Right here, we're in Central Virginia. So what do you think are some of the biggest opportunities that we have in, considering the current landscape, the political landscape, the financial landscape? What do you think are our greatest opportunities?
That's a great question. In 2026, I think there are a few big opportunities for construction companies in Virginia. One area is sustainable building and energy efficient upgrades, especially with more focus on green energy and sustainability. Another opportunity is the growing demand for smart home technology integration, like advanced home automation systems and energy management. Also, with the current emphasis on revitalizing urban areas, there's potential in remodeling and renovating older buildings, especially in historic districts. And of course, the ongoing infrastructure projects and potential federal funding could also create some exciting avenues. Lots of possibilities to explore.
Those are some things I hadn't thought of. So thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome. I'm glad they sparked some new ideas. If you ever want to dive deeper into any of those areas or explore specific strategies, just let me know. Always happy to help out.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for, coming on the show with such short notice. It's been great.
Of course, it was my pleasure. I'm really glad I could join you, and I had a great time. Definitely let me know whenever you need me again, and I'll be happy to jump back on. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Take care and have a great one. Looking forward to the next time we connect.
All right. Later.
All right. So what I've learned from this is I'm going to be out of a job soon. It's been great doing this with you.
Right? Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
Yeah. So ChatGPT, right?
Yep.
You can have a conversation with a non-human
Robot.
Yeah. I've actually heard a lot of folks who process their thoughts, feelings, emotions with chat, and people basically don't have to go to counselors anymore. Now, hopefully,
that's messed up.
That's
messed up.
You're getting good advice, because obviously you could get bad advice. And I actually heard about that chat had to make some changes in their algorithms or something because somebody, was consulting chat and they were, thinking about taking their life.
Yeah,
and
getting
so
bad advice.
Yeah, getting bad advice. So obviously you got to use discernment and precautions,
or just don't use it.
Or use it because they're still good in it. Right? I know so many people who demonize or vilify the whole AI thing, right? Okay, yes. Are there some downsides? Of course there are. There's downsides to anything. There's downsides to the internet, but are we using it? Yeah, we do. I think it's kind of like when you go to school. You can go to a good school, but there's always going to be people at that school who are going to drag you down and lead you down the wrong path. So you have to pick your friends well. It's the same with chat, same with the internet. It's the same with shows, movies, whatever. Like, you have a free will and a choice to choose the things you want to consume and watch. And if you choose evil content or content that's not healthy, that's your choice. But you reap what you sow, and you're going to get out of it what you put in it.
I think we have a great next podcast to talk about all this stuff.
Come on, man. I got plenty to share about that.
All right. You want to close this out?
Yeah, absolutely. For all of those on the outside, this is Inside the Perimeter Roof and Renovate. Glad you joined us. Until next time, we love you.